Today we'll move to the next topic, the Great Northern Plain. Okay, last two classes we learned about the Himalayas. So, how the Himalayas role is very important for the India, the same like the Great Northern Plains played an important role. So, what called as Northern Plain? Already we saw in the last classes. North part of the India, almost seven states covered by the Northern Great Plain, because the river Ganga and Yamuna is a tributary of Ganga, and these two rivers flourished almost seven states. The seven state combined places we called as the Great Northern Plain. Okay, see the map. You can see clearly the Tropic of Cancer dividing the two halls. In the north part, you can see the area of this we called as Northern Great Plain. You see, south part of the Northern Mountain. Northern Mountain, what called as Northern Mountain? These are the Greater Himalayas or else the Lesser Himalayas, Outer Himalayas, that is symbolic. So, the south part of these mountains called as the Northern Great Plains. So, the area is near to the symbolic. It started and it's up to the almost, what is it? West Bengal. Okay, so these area called as a Northern Great Plain. So, you see there is a total length 2,400 kilometers. We saw the Himalayas total length 2,500 kilometers. It almost equal. There is a 2,400 kilometers of length, the Northern Great Plain, and the width is different. Okay, so one place to other place, the width it's differ, that is 240 kilometer to 320 kilometer. For some areas it extended up to 320. Okay, some areas it minimized only 240 kilometers. But the total area, we can call it as the total area it covered enough, that is 7 lakh square kilometers. So the square kilometer almost it reaches a 7 lakh. So the 7 lakh of square kilometer area, it's fully fertile region. It mostly impossible for many type of cultivations. So the water availability always it's available. So using that water availability, not only agriculture, even many type of work may be possible. Plenty of job opportunity. Even you can see this area we called as Chota Nagpur region. Almost this area also it's covered by the Northern Great Plain. So Chota Nagpur region it's mainly noted for the mineral resources. So plenty of the iron and steel industries located around the Chota Nagpur region, because the water availability it mostly available in that area. That's why the region of Chota Nagpur also will come under the Northern Great Plains. Okay, we'll see how this area become very big fertile now. That mainly we already saw the river called as Ganga. The Ganga have many tributaries and distributaries. Okay, so this tributaries and distributaries we given more fertile to those regional places, and also we have one more river that called as a Vindhyan river. I think you know very well Vindhya and Satpura, there are the two rivers. The Vindhyan river branches also they help the land to become fertile. So these two rivers, especially Ganga and Vindhyan rivers, it given more benefit and it called as the northern Great Plains. Okay, so this northern Great Plain we divide into 5 categories. Okay, this plain divided into 5 category of plains. Okay, so that is a Bobber plain, Terai plain, Bonga, Calder, and Delta plain. Like 5 type of plains will be there. Okay, so we'll see one by one. First, Bonga we'll see. Okay, see the first Bobber plain. So Bobber plain. This is the first plain. What is it? It started next to the Himalayan mountains. So, for example, now you can see this Shivalik range. Next to the Shivalik range, the Bobber plain started. So, which means the plain it almost reaches till Assam. Okay, so this entire plain, what is it? It's made up of what is it? This sedimentary or most of the what is it? The dampness or else the sediments of the rivers, silt. Most of the deposits will be there in the region. So this region it's not suitable for agriculture because oftenly we can see there is a heavy flood. Something can happen because it's the very nearest to the origin of the perennial rivers like Gangotri. From Gangotri, the Ganga river flourished. So these regions, we can see the high level of or dense of forest. Okay, and the tall trees we can see in this region, Bobber region, and it almost covered 8 to 15 kilometers. Okay, so 8 to 15 kilometers of ranges the place covered for the Bobber plain. Okay, and next you can see Terai plain. And this Terai plain next to the Bobber plain, which means south to the Bobber plain. So this is the next part. We can take it as part by part. Okay, so south to the Bobber plain we call it as a Terai plain. So Terai plain is notable for heavy rainfall, and also the most of the places will come under the heavy rainfalling region. So in this place also like a thick forest or most of the dampness of the rivers, deposits, everything can be possible. At the same time, the land is fertile because many of the rivers and tributaries are given more fertile to the land area, and this area covered 15 to 30 kilometers. 15 to 30 kilometers of area. So next to the Bobber plain, 15 to 30 kilometers area called as Terai plain. So this region have been cleared for cultivation. Okay, so cultivation is not that much of high level, but also the people for their life need they clear the land and cultivating the areas in the Terai plain. Okay. Next to the Terai plain, you can see the Bonga plain. This is not a Bobber, this is a Bonga plains. The Bonga plains it next to the Terai plain. You can see this area is covered by Bonga plain. So Bonga plain, the deposit of more number of older alluvium. So which means it has a more number of humus content, and also the plains it's covered by full of fertile regions, especially the color of the sand or else mud it becomes so dark. Okay, so the cultivation is mostly possible. That's why the region is noted for good type of agriculture. So the region it's covered by the Bonga plain. It's fully a fertile region. So the cultivation, it's going on in the Bonga plains. Okay, next to the Bonga plain, called as a Khadar plains. Bonga plain is a older alluvium. Khadar plain is a newer alluvium. Can you understand? Because every year in rainy season time, the most of the river deposited the newer alluvium in the Khadar plain area. So next to the Bonga plain area, we call it as Khadar plain. In this area, it's fully fertile region, and also there is no much of flood or something, because everything can happen in most of the first three parts. So this is the fourth part. So the fourth part of the land, it becomes so fertile, and also very less number of flood or something can be happen in the Khadar plain area. So agriculture, it's mostly it's possible. At the same time, you can see along with the coarse river, the Khadar plains we can see, because the newer alluvium deposit mostly we can see in the river beds, isn't it? So along with the coarse river, we can call it as the plain called as a Khadar plain. Okay, and finally delta region or a delta plain. So what called as delta plain? It's a continuation of Khadar plain called as a delta, which means, so next to the Khadar plain, the area is fully called as a delta plain, because the full land area next to the Khadar plain the many tributaries and distributaries. Okay, so normally the main river is given more fertile to the land area. At the same time, the main river's tributaries and distributaries are given more and more fertile to the land. So this area, it's come under the cultivation of delta plain. So how much area it's come under now? 1.9 lakh square kilometer. So 1.9 lakh square kilometer come under the deltoid plain region. Okay, so this is also two type of names we can see. Okay, so the upland and marshy land, like two names will be there. So upland of the delta plain, we call it as chars, and marshy land of the deltoid plain called as bills. Okay. Okay, so this is the upland of a deltoid plain, and bills called as a marshy land deltoid plain. Okay, so this is about the the Great Northern Great Plain. So what we saw in the Northern Great Plain, how it formed and what are the qualities or what it contains, that we saw. 7 lakh square kilometer, 2,400 kilometers wide. Length is of 2,400 kilometers. The width is different, 240 to 320 kilometers width. And also because of the two important river, Vindhyan ranges and Himalayan river, it given more fertility to the land area. That's why we call it as a Northern Great Plain. So 5 type of plains we saw. The first Bhabar plain, and next Tarai plain, and next Bonga plain, and next Khadar plain, and finally deltoid plain. Okay, students? Okay, tomorrow we'll move to the next class.